The materials you will need are tracing paper, at least 2 sheets, a sharp or mechanical pencil, a colored pencil or pen, a ruler, a croquis outline printed on a piece of paper, and tape or pins, depending on what your drawing surface is. Begin with a piece of tracing paper in the landscape position and fold it in half. Open the paper up again and fold the left edge of the paper to the center fold. And open up again. Flip the paper over. Using your ruler and colored pencil, draw a vertical line directly down the second crease line. This will be your center front line. Place your croquis under the tracing paper and line up the center front line of the croquis and your colored line. Use your pins or tape to secure both pieces of paper to the table so they will not slide while you work. With your ruler, draw half of your design. I will be drawing a jacket. Take into account the stand of the collar, angle of an attached sleeve, and lap over the center front line. Remember, single-breasted jacket pockets always sit directly on the center front line. And cuffs are always at a right angle to the sleeve, not the center front line. Also remember that all lines meeting the center front line that are meant to be straight lines must meet the line at a right angle. You can draw in any pockets or detailing at this time as well. Remember that seam lines and darts in a garment are shown in a lighter weight solid line, while top stitching or decorative stitch lines are designated by a thin dashed line. Varying your line weight can make the difference between an amateur and professional looking flat. Adding texture or pattern is also an option at this step. Once you have half the jacket drawn, unpin or untape your papers and fold the left flap under the tracing paper on the colored line. Trace the first half of the garment onto the other side of the paper using the colored line to create a perfect mirror image. Open the tracing paper flat again, and using your ruler, fix any places across the center front line that don't quite match up or curve correctly. Once you have completed the front of your garment, fold the left half of the tracing paper to the back side on the first fold you made, and trace the outline of your front to use as a guide for the back. If the back has symmetrical detailing as well, trace the colored line with your colored pencil and only half the back outline. Then repeat the process you used on the front. When you have your flats as polished as they can be, align your second piece of tracing paper over your first and pin or tape in place. Carefully trace your finished garment's back and front, omitting the colored lines. Your flat is finished. To create a copy of your finished flat, but keep your original in case you need to make changes, simply scan the tracing paper with regular printer paper behind it and print out a copy of your flat. This is also a good opportunity to save a digital copy of your flat as a backup.